Welcome back to another episode of Student Finance. Today's video is part of our Student Finance's Guide to a Gap Year series. This series will be detailing everything you need to know about taking the plunge into a gap year abroad as a student. We will be covering such topics as accommodation, transport, food, things to see and do, crypto usage, plus much more. This episode is the first in our Oceania Series, and we will be starting with the city of Melbourne in Australia. Known worldwide for its cultural diversity, excellent dining options, amazing street art, and also being regularly voted as the most livable city in the world. Before we begin, remember to drop a like if you enjoy this kind of content and want to see more. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss any of our latest and greatest uploads. Okay, let's get into it. Accommodation. At the moment, due to the high population growth, Melbourne is facing a very high demand for housing. This has resulted in a housing boom, pushing up prices for renters and the available types of housing. Due to this, a lot of renters are offering incentives to landlords, offering several months up front and other incentives to try and secure the most desirable properties. However, even though prices have gone up recently, Melbourne is still cheap in comparison to a lot of places in the world. The average monthly rent is around 400 Australian dollars per month, which is pretty cheap for living in a major city. Transport. Melbourne has one of the best public transport systems in Australia, offering many services including trains, buses, and trams, also known as trolleys or streetcars. No matter what form of public transport you use throughout Melbourne, you can pay for all of them with one payment method, a Mickey card. Mickey is a plastic card used to touch on when you start traveling and touch off when you finish traveling. It's similar to other public transport ticketing systems around the world and makes traveling through Melbourne much easier. You simply add money to the card and top up when you need to. Food. Melbourne is arguably Australia's foodiest city, welcoming a wide range of exotic cuisines and making them part of the culture of the city. While famous for its coffee shop culture and a liberal forward-thinking scene, you'll still find the true blue Aussie classic dishes in Melbourne, especially meat pies if you go to watch live rugby or cricket. There's plenty to eat in the main central business district. The locals just refer to it as the city. But a lot can also be found in surrounding neighborhoods like Fitzroy, Carlton, and Richmond. And while you can certainly go all in on fine dining, these days a lot of the more interesting spots are casual, focused on family-style menus or small plates or things to share. And then you have the cafes. Melbourne is a coffee town, but coffee shops are unheard of. Cafes are almost always table service affairs with full menus with actually exciting things to eat. Competition is fierce, which means you're more likely to get ham hock benedict or a full Indonesian breakfast than plain old bacon and eggs at some of the cooler spots around. Things to see and do. Melbourne is a hip, dynamic metropolis with an exciting city center, inner-city neighborhoods that are full of unique character, and lush green parks and mountain ranges, where you can enjoy Australian nature at its finest. The city is known for its many laneways, its cultural diversity, excellent dining options for all budgets, and amazing street art. We recommend you check out the thriving live music scene here. Take a leisurely stroll in the Botanic Gardens. Shop till you drop in the city. Have a night out at the Crown Casino and see if you can get lucky. Or go penguin spotting at St Kilda. Whatever you choose to do, you will never be without something interesting to do. Crypto usage. Cryptocurrencies, digital currencies, and cryptocurrency exchanges are legal in Australia, and the country has been progressive in its implementation of cryptocurrency regulations. Australia has established a pattern of proactive cryptocurrency regulation, and these latest regulations demonstrate the country's continued effort to provide a clear operational framework for crypto businesses going forward. However, recent revelations that have exposed serious flaws in Australia's financial industry will undoubtedly affect the way AUSTRAC approaches future compliance enforcement, and will likely lead to increased scrutiny and a tightening of regulatory controls across the board. There are so many great reasons to spend your gap year in Melbourne, and as you can see from today's list, it's no wonder this place is consistently voted as one of the best places in the world to live. That brings us to the end of this episode of our Guide to a Gap Year series all about Melbourne. What did you find most interesting about this video? Would you consider somewhere else in Australia for your gap year? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Before you go, if you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our uploads. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon in another episode.